Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our ribbon cutting ceremony here at Walters Middle School. I almost said junior high. I need to get used to that. So, I'm Brian Weems. I'm the principal here. This is my 10th year, and happy to be part of this history here in Fremont Unified as our junior high transitions into middle school, and it keeps on going forward for about 4 to 5 years to come as we transition the other junior highs. So I looked at a little bit of history of Walters. It was actually the first groundbreaking here at Walters was 1959. There was a little bit of problems with construction, which we all know happens. And in 1961 was the first ribbon cutting and the start of Walters School. It was then Irvington Unified School District, and the first principal was Donald Jameson. He was here for the first 15 years. We have actually, he didn't know I was going to do this, but Dwayne Cross, we actually have in the audience. Dwayne Cross was a graduate here at Walters. He was a graduate at Kennedy. He came here as a custodian and just retired a few years ago. So, Dwayne, just put your hand up real quick. Give him a round of applause. So we had 3 phases of this construction in his last 3 years. The summer of 2017 was the first phase, and then we went into the second phase last summer, 2018, and here we are with the third phase. As you can see, these 3 wonderful buildings added to the already retrofitted existing buildings to make up Walters Middle School, and as we welcome 6th grade to our wonderful campus. So again, give a round of applause for our 6th grade coming to us and everybody a part of this. It's amazing the amount of patience that our community has had through these 3 years, our staff and definitely our students. And as we go into our students, our 7th grade student, who is now our ASB president, has watched these buildings rise from the bottom, and she is here as our ASB president to introduce herself and to welcome you all as she's able to see these buildings complete. So, our ASB president, please welcome America Nevarez. Come on over.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm America Navarez, this year's ASB president. To start off, I would like to thank you all for joining us today to celebrate this wonderful occasion. On June 3rd, 2014, voters in Fremont approved Measure E with a 61.18% yes vote. Thank you to everyone who has helped us get here today. It will create a better learning environment for all students and making sure they feel secure at school. It will also help lessen the overcrowding at elementary schools. Walters is welcoming a whole new grade level to our warrior community. We are ready to guide them and help them through this important transition. As the community expands, we will strive to work harder every day to make students feel secure and give them the best education. Walters is grateful to represent the first of the district's 5 junior high schools to convert to a middle school. Thank you.
We had our Maze Day for 7th grade and 8th grade today, and America walked in, and she looked so nervous at 8 a.m. this morning. So she did a great job. Give her another round of applause. I'd like to bring up to the podium now our Director of Construction, John Swastik.
Thank you, Brian. Well, my job today is to recognize all those who contributed to making this a success. And it starts all with just a lot of determination, a lot of good decisions. Starting with the architect, ATI Architects and Engineers. They designed these buildings and created the color scheme. All the modernization is over in the existing buildings, and then there's new construction over here, which you can see and you can tour in just a little while. Then our program management company is Vanner Construction Management Company. They help me out on a day-by-day basis, and it's been a long haul, but we finally got here. We also have CCM STV Construction Management. They're the first phone call that there is on the job site at any given time. So they are an instrumental part of putting this all together. In addition to that, we have a second contractor, RJT Construction, doing the modernization over here. And the contractors for the new buildings, because we have two contractors on site, is Rodan Builders. And so I'd like to congratulate all of those who put this together and have just made this a wonderful product. So thank you very much.
Excellent. Thank you, John. Hard decisions and financial decisions and how we do this is definitely from our Fremont Education Board, and we have to represent them Desiree Campbell, our Vice President of Fremont Unified Educational Board. Please, Desiree.
Good afternoon, everyone. I just want to say thank you so much for coming out here today to celebrate with us, and I'm happy to represent the Fremont Board of Education in this very significant event. Walters Middle School is the first of the 5 of our junior high schools that will be converting, as you heard from the $650 million bond that the citizens of Fremont passed for us. So thank you very much for that. These projects will increase capacity at this campus by 600 kids, which would make this campus up to 1,460 kids. So as you can imagine, Mr. Weems is going to have his hands full come next Wednesday when school starts with the addition of the 600 new students. Ultimately, the 6th graders will all be moved from elementary to middle. And this conversion is a testament of the community's commitment to education here in Fremont. And for that, we thank you very much. This beautiful facility, as you can see, as the first time I've walked onto the campus, and it's just such a wonderful opportunity for the Walters community, the attendance area as well, and we greatly appreciate the ongoing help and support for this beautiful facility. So on behalf of Fremont Unified School District Board of Education, thank you so much for everyone who has participated in making this day possible.
Thank you, Trustee Campbell. I'd like to bring up to the podium now for the 3rd year, our wonderful superintendent, Dr. Kim Wallace.
Thank you. Yes, as I'm going into my 3rd year as superintendent here, I also have to thank the former superintendent, Dr. Jim Morris, who really had the vision behind helping this Measure E bond get passed and to have the transition from our junior high school model to a middle school model. So shout out to Jim Morris, who's down in Southern California, and we'll send him the video. I also want to recognize that we have some other of our trustees from the Board of Education here. Mr. Larry Sweeney is here, and Miss Diane Jones. Our other 2 board members, Dr. Burke and Ann Crosby, could not be here this afternoon, but they're here in spirit. We also have some former board member from our school district and current city council member, Dr. Yang Xiao, and he was also on the board helping us get this project off the ground. Mayor Lily May is joining us. I'm not sure if she's here yet, but we will certainly recognize her when she gets here. And we have some other people from the community who also support us beyond Fremont. We have representing Assembly Member Bill Quirks, District 20, is Carolina Salazar Herrera. The district director. Is Carolina here? We'll give her a hand anyway. She's supporting us. And then I'd also like to invite Swapanthi Mandalika to the podium. She's representing U.S. Congressman Ro Khanna's California District 17, and she has a certificate to present to Walters Middle School as our first middle school being transitioned. And it says, Certificate of Special Congressional Recognition presented to Fremont Unified School District in recognition of the ribbon-cutting ceremony and grand opening of Walters Middle School. Thank you so much. Thank you. Walters is our crowning glory today. This is going to be a wonderful school for our kids to set off their middle school journey in and be a model for our other schools as they transition over the next several years. We thank our community for all of the support that we've had over the many years behind us as well as the many years ahead of us. We are going to go ahead and move to the ribbon cutting ceremony piece of this event, and then we have a couple of classrooms that will be open for people to walk through and see what they look like. A lot of them don't have the furniture in there yet, but you can just envision them filled with smiling, happy students in the next couple of days. So thank you, and I'll invite the dignitaries up to the ribbon, and we'll go ahead and get that started.
Okay, thank you, everyone. We have some refreshments in the back. I know you kids are just waiting to eat. And then also we'll start the tour. We'll go ahead and open up the classroom here. Also one of the classrooms in the bottom floor on the other building. And we'll be able to just kind of form a line over here to the podium, and we'll go through by the rooms. Thank you.